make it so the goalposts cannot be moved back any farther. Welcome to day 199 until I'm a YouTube millionaire. So how do you actually establish a game that is at least pseudo-fair against an enemy that does not respect whatever rules that you set as your groundwork? What you do is you expect that they are going to move the goalpost on you. And they're going to keep on moving it to keep on giving themselves the advantage. One, you expect that. And two, beyond that, you get to a point where they cannot, literally cannot, move the goalpost back any farther. It is not possible for them to do so. They're butting up against the physiological reality limits of what is possible for them to do. They're not going to respect the rules that you establish. So there has to be rules that they simply cannot break. Kind of like the laws of physics, the laws of probability. Stuff like that. So, that's the actual framework of the game. You'll tell them that the rules by which you are playing are X, Y, and Z, and they will follow those rules up to the point where they can no longer get an advantage, and then they'll break them. Because they're parasitic. They're cheaters. They don't care. So, the rules keep getting pushed back farther and farther and farther, and those are new rules by which you play. And at least directed towards them, you can do that. This helps you to understand how a moralistic society may not be a disadvantage, and it's worth fighting and, if need be, dying for. This is how you can make that work. It keeps getting pushed back farther and farther and farther. Then you get to the point where if they try to push back those rules any farther, they're going to start breaking their own systems. YouTube is a primary example of this. So the goalpost has been moved on me several times on YouTube. My first YouTube channel was first shadow banned and then deleted by YouTube. The second YouTube channel that I decided to start trying to build, my mom's slots channel, right in the midst of us actually building it, YouTube decides to throttle 30% of the new slot channels that were coming up. Our channel just so happened to be one of them. Gosh, that wasn't planned at all. Alright? And now a channel with almost 29,000 subscribers gets barely 100 views on a long-form video. And virtually no impressions. YouTube doesn't care. I've brought it up to them dozens of times. They won't change it. There might be something changing when we get to 100,000 subscribers and we get a YouTube manager dedicated to us. But at least for now, this is where we are. So I said, okay, you're not going to let us do that. You moved to the goalpost again. And now I'm moving on to another channel. This one, where I'm trying to build something separate. It's about philosophy and video essays and worldly discussions. And every once in a while I step on a landmine, which is a singular word that I say that the AI doesn't like or something to that effect. But in general, I'm treading water and keeping pace okay. I'm making it work. YouTube has decided to heat 24 to 28-year-old beautiful women and their video essay channels And they've decided to throttle mine. Mine specifically, actually. And I have the evidence to back it up now. They are not even sending out my promotions. I'm literally giving them my money, the Fry shut up and take my money meme, and they won't promote my video. So, they're literally throttling me directly. When they throttled the YouTube channels, the slot channels, a little while back, it wasn't just us that they affected. They affected a ton of other big channels like Shaw Diversity and others. I use Shaw Diversity because they're the first one that comes to mind. And everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows what's up. NG Slot and others. The Big Jackpot having 650,000 subscribers or so, and his videos might get 5,000 views. It's a problem there. So, they're affecting a lot of people. If they try to F with this channel again, I follow all the rules. I break none. I avoid those landmines as best as possible and actually do a good job with it. And they still throttle this channel. They're gonna break their own platform. They're going to break their own heating campaign and reveal what they're actually doing. That is the physics limit of how far back they can move the goalpost. So when you're fighting an enemy like that, that's the way you have to look at it. They're not going to abide by whatever rules that you establish. They have to abide by rules that are literally impossible for them to break without destroying their own systems and or destroying themselves. Such is the nature of a virus. It is how you destroy a virus. I cannot say the C word because that is an AI throttled term. But I can say that. Maybe I shouldn't have. You get the point. So keep up the effort. Expect that such a metastasis, I'm really getting close to that word and I need to be careful with it, would not follow your rules and would need to literally be routed and eliminated in order to stop. I'm dancing around those terms. But you get what I'm trying to say here. Eventually AI will be so good that they won't have an excuse to have such landmines. Because the AI will be able to figure out the context of what the person is saying in the video, and unless they want to be outcompeted by other companies, they will not be able to make that excuse. Oh, you said a word and the AI thought X, Y, and Z, and unfortunately throttled your channel. They won't be able to do that anymore. So you ultimately just have to endure and have zero expectations that they're actually going to say or do what they said they were going to do. That they're going to follow the rules that they said they were going to follow. Because they're not going to. They're just not going to. So, yeah. I still see them heating other female channels that are still popping up in my feed of 24 to 28-year-old women. Right around there. I see it. Video essayists. And I know that was meant to be a taunt. Also, beautiful women tend to be popular anyway, because the internets are dominated by men, especially on the YouTubes. And men like looking at beautiful 24 to 28-year-old women. It's just natural. So, operate within that assumption and keep on tinkering. And find your way out. That's what I got for today. Yeah. Muscle through it. Love y'all. Peace.